Your activities at Springdale Farms have been illegal the entire time. Earlier this fall, there was a complaint of the House Bar Farms. It wasn't about urban farms. It was about House Bar Farms composting animal parts, doing commercial operations on a single-family zoning. I tried to talk to y'all to work with you so that it wouldn't affect you, but you decided to side with House Bar Farms. The result was that there was this whole big deal, and in December, the City Council rewrote the urban farm ordinance.
You want to be a good neighbor, but you're not really serving your neighbor. I want to be a good neighbor to the person I live next to, but I want him to accept the fact that I'm going to party every day, but we're going to be good neighbors. So I want to have our music loud, but I want to be a good neighbor. What do you think he's going to say?
It's already zoned commercial. They're not changing the zoning, so it really shouldn't affect the value of the property. The property value is already going up. It's not changing this isn't gonna affect anybody else's taxes.
If you don't build that restaurant, it will.
Yeah, sure will. It's the future land map has this as single family. The way the law works, if we put on their single family, because we rezoned over 600 properties in the Bow Valley Johnson area that were not compatible, and the way it goes is that they seize their operation or they want to sell, the land sells as single family, not as CS, whatever.
When the neighborhood plan rezoned over 600 properties that were light industrial and industrial to mixed use and to single family, again, that's what the future land use map represents, those 600 property changes.
You know, all of us really is, if the property, you know, what is it if they decide to sell, what does the property zones back to? I think that is a big question, because regardless, it could end up being something worse, because I know we done zone a lot of properties that were light industrial, or if this property remains, it happens to remain commercial, then y'all can just imagine what type of commercial businesses could come in there. So, you know, I think a big question that we need to get answered quickly, find out is, what does that zoning change back? You know, if they should decide to sell or something, if the farm doesn't work out for them, you know, what could it be?
There's a school right there. I mean, we're just concerned as a safety hazard. We got people parking in front of our house, and there's not too many lights on our street. You know, there's a couple of lights, and we don't know who they are. You know, they leave the farm at 12 o'clock or whatever time y'all close. I'm not too certain, but it's really late, and we hear people out there just doing all kinds of stuff. You know, they just sit out there for 10 minutes doing whatever, you know, having a couple of drinks before they get in their car and drive off drunk, you know. I have no idea. The park at the school property, I mean, is that okay? I mean, you'll have signs pointing them to go in that direction, and they park on school grounds. And I have video of beer cans being left on school grounds after an event 2 weeks ago. You know, were y'all compliant then, 2 weeks ago, to have an event?
As a neighbor, I want to see these kind of places live, right? And I know that they don't have support from the state, they don't have support from the federal government, and they don't live. So these are...
We're not against farming, okay? Just make sure we're straight on that. What we are against is people taking their own business and their own need to make profit and putting that on the backs of everybody else who has to struggle to pay bills every day. Now, I listen to him and his, oh, we got to help them out because they're not making enough money. Well, you know what? The federal government does not support me. The state does not support me. The city does not support me. I support myself. And if I'm doing a job where I'm not making enough money to pay my bills, guess what? I go get a different kind of job. I don't expect my neighbors to put up with noise, nuisance, trash, and everything else that comes along with me needing to be more comfortable. You have to take into consideration everybody around you.
Trust me, you would not be able to have this problem if you lived on the other side of town. Put an urban farm over there and then let people park all over your neighborhood. Well, and it would never happen.
That's why you're here tonight, because the events that they have been having and that de facto restaurant there are illegal right now. That's why they're here tonight, trying to make it legal.